We on.
Good. Hey, Shalom Israel. Want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. And this lesson is going to be a, basically an extension from the lesson we did last night, going into how the scriptures, remember this?
Yeah, it was, the scriptures are a link. The scriptures are the missing link, meaning what the scriptures are missing link, meaning that the world's knowledge and understanding, they don't know exactly what the scriptures are, so they intend to lean on to what they believe is right and their own understanding of things. But the scriptures are that missing link to 2/3 of our own people. All right, because salvation is only for the Israelites. So when you hear our people speaking about this type of knowledge, that type of knowledge, they go everywhere seeking for these different type of beliefs, and it never fulfills their needs or their desires. Which that's why we say the scriptures are that missing link, because these scriptures pretty much engulf everything and it surrounds everything on this earth. So everything that the world goes through, the scriptures have an answer for everything that the world goes through. World War III, etc. You name it, the scriptures speak about it. So that's the missing link, and that's what we mean by this video.
So we're gonna, like I said, it was an extension from the video we did last night called "The Scriptures Are the Missing Link." So where here it is, Jake. They have a slight understanding of what's going on, but it's not like something that they can't bring it home. You know what I'm saying? They can't what's the word I'm looking for? They can't put substance to what's going on because they don't have the scriptures. Now the Lord has so graciously given us our apostles and elders, which we learned under them, and we've become teachers. All right, and hey, we're the real scholars, man. We're the real scholars, and we are the real
Bereans.
We're the real Bereans.
We are the real Bereans. We search these scriptures daily. All right, we are the real scholars. All right. So all your college, like these college students, they go pay all this money for scholarships, or you got these schools to give these kids all these different scholarships to these different type of schools. But you go into that definition of scholar.
Yeah, I got the definition here on the etymology. All right, it's a noun, Old English scholare, student, from medieval Latin scholaris, noun use of late Latin scholaris, of a school, from Latin schola, Greek scholastes, meant one who lives at ease. All right, and here it is. We have the understanding. You can grab Matthew 11 and 27. And really only the elect are the scholars, man. The elect are the fathers to Israel. All right, and we're the ones that have the understanding, man. We're the ones that can tell you what's going on in the world, why it's happening, and what you can do. All right, to fix that.
That's right. This Matthew chapter 11, verse 20. Start at verse 27. All things are delivered unto me of my Father. Okay, this is Yahushua speaking. Okay, and no man knoweth the Son but the Father. Neither knoweth any man the Father except the Son, and he to whomsoever the Son will reveal him.
And that's the elect. Going into John the 17th chapter, Yahushua prayed for us, man. All right. As a matter of fact, in John the 17th chapter, Yahushua specifically said,
let me grab it for you. You can stay on what you was at. That way we won't jump around.
You remember the verse?
How does it go?
I have given them thy word,
and thy word is true. Then again, you might have to.
17 verse 8. 17 verse
8. Matthew 17 verse 8 is John 17 and 8.
John
17 and 8. It's all good. This is John chapter 17 verse 8. For I have given unto them the words which thou gavest me. Okay, showing you that the Father is in Yahushua is in agreement with the Father. Two separate entities, but they're in agreement according to this truth. All right. And so the elect are going to be in agreement as well with the Father and His Son Yahushua, and they have received them right? Because everybody can't receive this word. That's why you got angels blocking 2/3 minds. They have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. What knowledge? The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Bible. All right, and they have received them. Right, the elect have received it and have known surely. All right, we know surely that I came. Surely that I came out from thee, and they have believed that thou didst send me. And we believe that the Father sent Yahweh Shai. All right,
that was it. Just verse 8. And then you could go back to Matthew's 11 now.
Con.
So we see who the Lord passed the baton to, you know?
Con. See who the Lord is dealing with. He doesn't deal with everybody. Your worldly knowledge don't mean a thing with the Lord. All right? Matthew chapter 11, verse 27. All things are delivered unto me of my Father, and no man knoweth the Son but the Father. Neither knoweth any man the Father except the Son, and he to whomsoever the Son will reveal him. That whomsoever is the elect.
Right.
The Lord is not going to open up your eyes to understand dark sayings or parables if he's not dealing with you. All right, because it says no man cometh to the Son except the Father draw him to Yahweh Shah. So if the Lord is not giving you that spirit to understand these scriptures, you're not going to get it. And I just want to grab this precept right quick. Luke chapter 24, starting at verse 44. Luke chapter 24, starting at verse 24. Luke chapter 24, starting at verse 44. Salaki, if I said 24. Luke chapter 24, starting at verse 44. And he said unto them, said unto who? The apostles. These are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you. All right. Now, Yahweh Shah had disciples and later on became apostles. Apostle means to be sent out or sent forth. All right. While I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled, which were written in the law of Mashah and in the prophets and in the Psalms concerning me. Now, check this out. Verse 45. Then opened he their Bible, you get that definition for open right quick. Verse 45. Luke chapter 24 and 45. Then opened he their understanding that they might understand the scriptures. All right, so the Lord has to open up your understanding that you might to understand these scriptures. He has to open up your understanding, and just call out the
Con. This is G1272 1272. Dianogo. To open by dividing or drawing asunder, to open thoroughly.
Wow. To open by dividing, right? That means everybody can believe in multiple things. You can believe in a million different things, but the Lord kept the elect to understand what he wants the elect to understand according to his purpose and his will and his grace. Everybody can't get it in his judgment. All right, only the elect are going to understand that. Read that first definition again, Baba Kushah.
Yeah, to open by dividing or drawing asunder, to open thoroughly.
Right, that's why holy, to be separated, consecrated, okay? Holy, to be pure. All right, so the elect are separated from the rest of the worldly knowledge and understanding. All right, now you got a million scholars here, right? And they have all these multiple different beliefs. But then you got the scholars, like the brother said, the scholars are at ease because we have that comforter resting upon us. All right. So the Lord divided the elect from the rest of the world's knowledge and opened thoroughly, to open up your mind thoroughly, meaning he gave you thou knowest all things. Like our elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, they know all things. Why? Because their mind is open thoroughly. Their understanding is open thoroughly. So they can easily express this truth here. All right. By their minds being open thoroughly, that knowledge, wisdom, understanding rest upon our apostles as well as the brothers throughout the four corners of the earth. All right.
It says a male opening the womb, the closed matrix, i.e. the firstborn.
Right. When it mentioned the firstborn. All right. And the Lord has to open up your mind. All right. To understand it. And the firstborn, it goes back to those first fruits being redeemed from the earth. All right. Those 144,000. All right, when brothers look up that word, Baba Kushah, could you jump to it right quick? It's Revelation 14:3, and just get the definition to redeemed. All right, because the world's just for edification's sake, because the rest of the world's knowledge don't mean a thing. Revelation 14:3, and it's G29. It's just Matter of fact, you can read the scripture then get to the definition, Baba Gusha.
Satan, man. God damn.
That's what's them flies?
Yeah, it's fucking fly in my ear and shit.
Wow. Well,
All right.
you know you're the prince of the power that is, so we already know that.
It says,
Just keep pushing out. Don't worry about it.
redeemed. All right.
So something.
G59. You said redeemed, right?
Yeah, just read the scripture though first. Going into the 144,000.
It says, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne.
That new represents kainos, refreshed. We already knew it. What was written aforetime written for our learning now. All right, so we have this truth now.
And before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song, but the 144,000.
Those real scholars, those 144,000 are the real scholars. Your college education won't teach you that. All right, Theodore Roosevelt quoted that. What was it, Theodore Roosevelt? I believe it was. I wrote it down here somewhere, but Theodore Roosevelt, yeah. A thorough knowledge or understanding of the Bible is greater than any college education. He knew that. That devil Edomite knew that, right?
Which were redeemed from the earth.
Now, you could grab redeem is G59, I believe.
Yeah, G59, Agarazo.
Agarazo, right?
To be in the marketplace to attend it.
To be in the marketplace to attend. Now, people look at us like, man, these guys look like bums. We're out there in the marketplace to attend to. We're attending who? To our Father's business. All right?
To do business there, buy or sell of idle people, to haunt the marketplace.
And we are haunting the marketplace because now you got Esau that put us in captivity. Like, damn, we sent these slaves as gifts to one another, to all these different nations, Elam, Moab, Ammon, Ham, okay, Ishmael, okay, but damn, they're out there in the marketplaces when we're scared. Now, there's a great fear falling upon everybody else in this world, because how can these guys have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding? After all, they've been in a dead state for all this time. How can these men have this understanding? All right, to be in a marketplace, to haunt the marketplace. Great fear fell upon them that saw us. All right, and we stand in boldness against those that afflicted us. All right, you can jump back to that. Just that was for edification's sake.
Yeah, I was trying to look for the precept where Acts 17:6, and when they found them not, they drew Jason and certain brethren unto the.
Go to the top right quick. I just want to see something. Synagogue of the Jews. That was in Thessalonica, right? Then Paul went to Ephesus. I believe he went to Ephesus after that.
Oh no, he went to Barnea. Berea.
Berea.
He was at Thessalonica, then he went to
Berea. Salakia. Yep.
It says, but the Jews which believe not move with envy. This is Acts 17:5. I'm gonna start at.
God.
But the Jews which believe not move with envy took unto them certain lewd fellows of the basest sort.
Those thugs, those that I know everything. Like what's that one dude teaches for the truth? The one that always got a hat on. He's trying to always confound the elders, and he's making stuff look stupid, man. Like just leave the scriptures alone, man. It's not for you, man.
And gathered a company and set all the city on an uproar and assaulted the house of Jason.
Right.
And sought to bring them out to the people. And when they found them not, they drew Jason and certain brethren unto the rulers of the city, crying, these have turned the world upside down.
With their...
And that word upside down means to stir up, excite, unsettle. Going into what you were talking about, bringing out in, was that Revelations 14?
Yeah.
What's the word redeemed?
To redeem, to be redeemed, G59.
And that word inside the word redeem, agarazo, was what was the last? You remember the last definition? It said
to haunt the marketplace.
To haunt the marketplace. So it says to stir up, excite, unsettle, to excite tumults and seditions in the state, to upset unsettled minds by disseminating religious error.
Right. So that good. Now bring it out.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the haunting. You know what I'm saying? By disseminating religious error. You know, because that was almost like a spooky thing. Like, you know what I'm saying, coming up against the rulers that be. You know what I'm saying? Most people would have not done that, man. You know,
rulers are not a terror to good works. We're the real terror, but in the right hand side, we're not hurting nobody. All we're doing is reading the Bible.
Yeah,
and that's what the apostles did. I think Jason was an apostle too, but that's what the apostles did. All right, we stirred up commotions, and they didn't want to hear that. All right, we're gonna stick on that Acts 17 for a while too. See, they didn't want to hear that.
It says, let me see, what was
I think it was 7, 6 or 7, around there.
Yeah, it says, and when they found them not, they drew Jason and certain brethren to the rulers of the city, crying, these that have turned the world upside down and come hither also, whom Jason had received, and these all do contrary to the decrees of Caesar, saying that there is another king, one Yahushai. And they troubled the people and the rulers of the city when they heard these things. And when they had taken security of Jason and of the other, they let them go.
They're still in Thessalonica there, right? I believe them. I think he hasn't gone to Berea yet. I think they're still in Thessalonica. Because when you go into this book here, the New Testament and Antiquity, right? We're just going to grab it right quick, just for edification's sake. Page... Salaki, let me try to find this right quick. You can read that again.
Okay, verse 7. And whom Jason was Jason, all right, a Thessalonian who entertained Paul and Silas, and maybe a cousin of Paul. So it says, whom Jason had received, and these all do contrary to the decrees of Caesar, saying that there is another king, one Yahushai.
Now check this out. They was mad as hell because what? They were teaching the name of Yahushai, right? This is page 243 of this book here, the New Testament and Antiquity, Zondervan edition, right? The Thessalonians had constructed an imperial temple in the city to honor Julius Caesar. Read that again.
It says, and they troubled the people and the rulers of the city when they heard these things. And when they had taken security of Jason and of the other, they let them go. And the brethren immediately sent away Paul and Silas by night unto Berea, who coming thither went into the synagogue of the Jews.
Okay, so in Thessalonica, that's where Jason was at. The Thessalonians had constructed an imperial temple. So you had Israelites worshiping Julius Caesar. So that's why he said that in that verse that you read prior. That's actually the one I wanted you to read. The verse he said prior. They made something up to Julius Caesar, and they're teaching another name. I believe it's here. Verse 7.
Whom Jason, verse 7, I'm going to read that again,
Come.
have received, and these all do contrary to the decrees of Caesar.
All right, so now we got that settled. That's where Julius Caesar was being worshipped. They had a statue to Julius Caesar and also Augustus Caesar as well in Thessalonica. All right, so Thessalonica was in Asia Minor. Now when we read on down.
And they troubled the people and the rulers of the city when they heard these things. And when they had taken security of Jason and of the other, they let them go. And the brethren immediately sent away Paul and Silas by night unto Berea, who coming thither went into the synagogue of the Jews. These were more noble than these in Thessalonica, and that they received the word with all readiness of mind, and searched the scriptures daily whether those things were so.
Now the Bereans, what does it say on there? Now the Bereans were Israelites in the church in Berea. They were searching they wanted to search the scriptures out, because you had all these Israelites into these different philosophies, like the Stoics, all these different philosophies and beliefs. So they were searching the scriptures out to see if those things that the Apostle Paul was speaking in the apostles was true. So okay, let's search it out. All right, well, let's search it out. We're gonna search these things out. All right, and see if these things are true that the Apostle Paul is saying about Yahushai. All right, because you had also too in the church of Berea some that did not believe. The Epicureans, you had these different groups. We'll get to that. Right. They didn't believe in a resurrection, just like the Sadducees didn't believe in a resurrection. Like, what the hell is they talking about? Are you going to be back again? Because you had the Sadducees that believed that the body dies with the soul, which we know that's absolutely contrary to the scriptures, because there is a resurrection. All right, just like there's reincarnation, but you had Sadducees that didn't believe in stuff like that, which we have now. Okay, you got all these different doctrines coming at Great Millstone, which are the real scholars and the real Bereans. Not only we search these things out, because you had Bereans that believed, Israelites that believed, But also, too, the Lord is gathering his elect from the four winds. So you're going to have men that have, that study and search these scriptures out to see if these things are true or not. All right? Like the Bereans. All right?
Therefore, many of them believe also of honorable women, which were Greeks, and of men not a few. But when the Jews of Thessalonica had knowledge that the word of God was preached of Paul and at Berea, they came thither also and stirred up the people.
Oh, man. Could you say what you were saying before?
Oh, yeah, because when you look it up, from Thessalonica to Berea is 45 miles.
Right. Berea is west of Thessalonica.
So, and you could get two lessons out of that. The one being goes into Matthew 23 and 15.
Right.
All right, you grab that real quick.
Come on. This Matthew chapter 23, verse 15. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites. Okay, that's where that word hypocrites. Yeah, I was hypocrites was like back in was a thing that had back in Athens, that you had a Greek play and stuff like that. But the Lord was saying, man, y'all actors, all right, for like the theater. For he compassed sea and land to make one proselyte. We all know proselyte is a newcomer in this thing, all right? And when he is made, he make him twofold more the child of hell than yourselves. All right, so woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for he compassed sea and land to make one proselyte. So you went all the way to go hunt these apostles down from Thessalonica just to go hunt them down. What does that remind you of? All these fake Christians and all these vocab Malones coming all the way. Oh, I'm going to find out where the apostles are at. He came all the way from Arizona just to go to see the apostles and still got confounded with ease. And they ain't even want to deal with you because they know you're full of shit. All right?
Yeah, so that goes to prove, one, that the Apostle Paul, he was about the elect, man. He was about teaching the elect. To drive 45 miles is not easy. And he didn't drive. He probably, most likely took a boat or whatever.
Soldier.
Well,
to go to Thessalonica, there wasn't no need to take a boat because to go to Berea, I mean, because you had to go from Thessalonica, which is land, pretty much on land, all the way to Berea. So that scripture which you had me read actually ties into that because you didn't actually need a ship or nothing to go to there.
Sea and land,
I think it was Asia Minor as well.
Yeah, so what, you think he probably walked or what? Well,
even
if he walked, that's still a lot. 45 miles is a lot to walk.
Yeah, he walked. He was a soldier. He was going from place to place. Yes, he did take ships, but in that particular region, you didn't need to take a ship.
Yeah, well, either way, you know what I'm saying? That was, going to show you the love he had for the elect. And like the brother had brought out, how, our people, they had such demons on them too, that they can pass sea and land, you know what I'm saying, just to put hell upon Apostle Paul. Like the brother had brought out about, this guy, No Class Malone. All right, so reading on, and then immediately the brethren sent away Paul to go as it were to the sea. But Silas and Timotheus abode there still.
And Timothy, just to mention, Timothy was Paul's son in the faith.
And they that conducted Paul brought him unto Athens, and received a commandment unto Silas and Timotheus, for to come to him with all speed. They departed. Now while Paul waited for them at Athens, his spirit was stirred in him when he saw the city wholly given to idolatry. And that's going back into what you were reading, right? About about how it was like Athens was like a city wholly given to idolatry.
Yeah, it says it right here, page 243. The Roman Agora, also from this book, New Testament Antiquity, the Roman Agora, which Agora means a marketplace, in Athens was filled with altars, images of the gods, and temple. Now we know the pantheon means more than one god. All right, I forgot to break down the word, but it means more than one god. So you had all these different beliefs in one particular place, and it didn't mean nothing. All right, because that was like idol. It's idol worship. Don't mean it. Doesn't got no breath. It doesn't got life in it.
Yep. Now while Paul waited for them at Athens, his spirit was stirred up in him when he saw the city wholly given to idolatry. Therefore disputed he in the synagogues with the Jews and with the devout persons, and in the market daily with them that meet with him.
Where
that
we
met
at?
with him.
Are we not in the marketplace, the highways and byways? Proverbs 1. We're on the highways and byways. Yahweh shall compel us to go into the highways and the byways. We are out there. All right?
Therefore disputed he in the synagogue with the Jews and with the devout persons and the market daily with them that met with him.
Now, Salakyat, Athens, I believe it's in Greece.
Right.
I believe Athens is in Greece, though, right? Just to get to the...
Then certain philosophers of the Epicureans and the Stoics encountered him, and some said, "What will this babbler say?"
Oh, man. Right?
What's that word? I'm gonna go to the word babbler. It says, let's see. Spermalogus, picking up seed of birds, especially of the crowd of daw that picks up grains in fields. So basically, it's calling like a bum, you know, metaphorically lounging about the marketplace and picking up a substance by whatever may chance to fall from the loads of merchandise. You know, a bum. All right. Hence, beggarly, eject, vile,
You're right.
parasite, getting a lively by flattery and buffoonery, and empty talk of babbler. And that goes to prove that Apostle Paul wasn't walking around with no three-piece suit.
Nah.
Because why would he be known as a babbler?
Well, he wasn't known. He wasn't looking for that fame or that glory for men. He wasn't looking for praise of men.
Right.
Now, can I just bring this out right quick, God? This is a section in this book, also page 285, looking for fame. That's what the section is, looking for fame. But as long as it shows, but brothers could always search this out. Looking for fame, right? 285 in this book, New Testament and Antiquity, right? This is Paul told the Thessalonians, this is in Thessalonica, right? That he did not preach the gospel in the city looking for praise. He shunned the prestige or fame that so many rhetoricians and sophists sought in those days. Now, so what's a sophist again? A sophist is one that looks doesn't really know what he's talking about.
A liar.
A liar. He puts up a good a front, but they really that's what everybody else is against us. A sophist. All right, I really want to go into that definition right quick.
Yeah, I got you.
I'll read this again. He shunned the prestige or fame that so many rhetoricians and sophists sought in those days, because you had a lot of Israelites looking for fame. What did the scripture say? Zephaniah 3:19 or 20? That the Lord is going to give us fame and praise. We're not going to give ourselves fame and praise. Oh, look what I could do. Man, I'm a learned man in this truth. I could do whatever I want. Nah. We got to wait and patiently wait for the salvation of the Lord and wait for the Lord to bring us out of this damn dunghill, man. We are tired of being here. You know,
it says, sophist, one who makes use of fallacious arguments. Let me look up that word, fallacious.
I think it's better off if you go off the definition off the Google search. I think it's better, but you can look that up too if you want not. Right, so you have the Apostle Paul wasn't looking for the fame.
I know, it gets pretty good, man.
No, bring it out. Then we could go into that other.
Yeah, go to the other one. It says, one who makes use of fallacious arguments, mid-15th century, earlier, sophister. From Latin sophista, sophistes, from Greek sophistes, a matter of one's craft, a wise or prudent man, one clever in matters of daily life.
Wait, he's wise in daily life. He's wise in the worldly terms.
Right, really affairs.
Right, but really what's supposed to govern this earth is the scriptures, being a scholar in his truth. Your scholarship, your college degrees are worthless. Everybody on this earth knows that. You go to college, you take up whatever classes in college, and college means a collection of books. All your books, like they had the Alexander, Egypt, they had the Library of Alexander, Egypt. I believe it was situated with the Ptolemy III down in Egypt over there at that particular time. But anyway, you had all this collection of books and all this worldly knowledge, but it still meant nothing. It meant zero. It meant absolutely nothing, because at the end of the day, the Bible reigns supreme. No one can match this book up. No one can match other books with this book. All right, make no end of the books, man, because the Bible reigns supreme. This is the source of knowledge. We are the real scholars. We are the real Bereans here in Great Millstone beyond the title. All right, we search these things out daily to see if these things is true. And we know it's true because the Lord brought us back to know that it's true. All right, Yahweh Shah is going to raise us from these these bodies under these chains of darkness, like it says in Jude. All right, we're waiting for that.
Yep, this is the perfect time to segue into that 1 Corinthians.
Con.
1 Corinthians 1:17. For Yahushua sent me not to baptize, but to preach the gospel, not with the wisdom of words, lest the cross of Yahushua shall be made of none effect. For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness, but unto us which are saved, it is the power of God. For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise.
Your sophists, your college degrees, your worldly philosophers, you name it, your college professors, you name it. Every source of knowledge that you people claim to have, it doesn't mean nothing.
Exactly. Vanity.
Vanity is worthless. Even Solomon, in his greatest knowledge, said this is still vanity. And he had more knowledge than all you college and all you people combined. And he's the Yahushua reincarnation. All right? Yahushua Solomon in the reincarnation. Salakia.
For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise and bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. And that's literally what a sophist is, man. All right? A master of one's craft, a wise or prudent man, one clever in matters of daily life.
Now, could you just jump to the Google definition of that right quick? Just to prove a point right quick. I know that was a meaning of it. They give you some type of definitions to it, even though it's an etymology.
A sophist is a paid teacher of philosophy.
A paid teacher? We don't get paid for this. Freely receive, you freely give. We don't get paid for this.
A paid teacher of philosophy and rhetoric in ancient Greece.
Oh, okay. So it goes back. Okay, right.
Associated and populist thought with moral skepticism and specious reasoning. A person who reasons with clever but fallacious arguments.
All right. Now you could look up that word fallacious. All right. They reason. Okay. You got all these people coming up to the brothers out there in the four winds, to the apostles. They're trying to reason with clever words, but not according to this truth.
Right.
All right. The Bible outpowers any entity or anything that comes against it, any wisdom, knowledge. That's why everybody's confounded. Bring it up.
Yep. It says fallacious, based on mistaken belief, erroneous, false, untrue, wrong.
Come on. Come on. This oh man. This book is the only truth and the only source of truth out there, man. This endures the test of time. All right, so Paul wasn't looking for that fame, okay? Whether he's in the church of Thessalonica or around, he wasn't looking for that fame. And check this out. He shunned the prestige or fame that so many rhetoricians and sophists sought in those days. Like our apostles, we don't care about that fame. Check this out. Orators in ancient society. An orator is like a well-spoken person, Like we just bring it out the way the Lord gave us that ability to speak. All right, of ancient society, orators in ancient society were akin to today's rock music legends or Hollywood stars. So all your worldly stars, all your entertainers, all these women that men be looking to, like, damn, she look bad. She got them nice thighs and them curves.